Yes. Yeah.
But like the comparison, like with me and some of the other guys.
So that'd be something neat to see, the Harry Centers at.
The Pirates playing in Williams.
Welcome back for a third period. The Facial Hair Tournament, sponsored by Badass Beard Care, is kicked off. So here we go. Now, being that we did have a little change on how we're doing the giveaway, Jason, want to take that over?
Yeah, so based on the amount of entries we got, we decided that granting everyone a number from 1 to 32 wasn't going to be functional. So we're actually going to spin a wheel here on the show, and we're going to see who actually is the person to win that. So give me a second here. I'm going to share my screen. All right. And we're going to spin the wheel, and we have everyone's name on here, including John's. So anyone watching, know that if he wins, this was not rigged.
Here we go. I love the sound.
Yes, the wheel.
All right. And Brandon Stevenson out of Indiana won the prize, the giveaway.
Congratulations.
Nice. Congratulations, Brandon.
And he's got a pretty decent beard, so he will certainly appreciate that. He's going to get a few packs of samples, a beard wash, beard butter, an oil, a membership card, some stickers, and a koozie.
Fun-filled. So we'll get that information and get that out to him. So yeah, it's now going over 32 names in one episode is basically a whole episode at that point. So we're actually breaking this down. We're doing the first 8?
First 8 matches.
So actually the first 6 we're doing.
Okay, first 6.
Thought it was 8, but now it's 6. So many numbers. After last period, here we are looking at, we were talking numbers. Now we're looking at numbers. All right. So first one on the list. Come on, screen. Bear with us. I got to call tech support. Oh, wait, that's me.
I was going to say you are tech support where you work, so you can't call it.
I just call myself. I know all my own answers.
I mean, I know my pick for this one, this first matchup.
We
have. Oh, I'm going to butcher that.
Yeah, that's what I'm hesitating
Al Habrowski versus Walt Frazier.
Let me guess, Jason. You're going with Frazier.
Of course I'm going with those delightful mutton chops.
Yes, those are definitely mutton chops of that era. Good Lord.
What was Habrowski's nickname? He had a nickname when he played. The Mad Hungarian. That was his nickname.
He's got a solid beard, too.
He does. It's solid.
It's one not to be slept on.
No, that one's going to be a tough pick to go through.
It is a good beard. But look at those freaking mutton chops.
Yeah, it is tough. Just
I think
because not many people could carry the mutton chops like that.
Yeah, no, not a lot of people could.
With that fro, I mean, that is just a spectacular look.
You're selling Walt real hard, just so you know.
Going out on a limb, this 70s Knicks team had some fantastic facial.
Yeah.
Well, some of the facial hair we found here for the eras that we did are pretty interesting.
The 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Some of them are pretty interesting. And like I said, those mutton chops are, wow.
He's all but Wolverine with those mutton chops.
He's close. Because those go all the way down almost to his chin.
Almost.
All right. I'm going to have to give my vote to Walt.
Oh, come on. Jason sold you that well?
I don't know how long he'll last, but he's made it through the first one for me.
Screw it. I'll be the oddball. I'll go Al. I'll be the oddball.
I mean, what we learned is that who we think will win does not win. So,
yes, as we bring this up once again.
You know what? I'm still upset that James Harden didn't even make it out of the NBA last year. How that beard did not do any better.
And we had him picking the NBA, and we had him taking the NBA part. I know I did.
Yeah, we both did. Yeah. Still breaks my heart.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he did have a solid beard on that one. All right, next one on the list is Jeff Bagwell versus Jim Kern. Bagwell definitely had the goatee going.
Maybe.
Yeah, And Kern got some Amish going on there, like a lot of guys have.
I think his hair made his beard look better though for Kern.
Yeah, he does.
He had a lot of hair, so it made the beard look bigger, made the beard look thicker.
He's Amish.
Yeah, I got to give it to Jeff. That goatee goes strong.
But he's not Amish.
I'm having a hard time picking between either of these. I'm not entirely sold on either. I don't like the Amish look, so I guess I'm going with Bagwell. It's the same reason why I went against a bunch of guys last year in the beer tournament, because I don't like the Amish look.
Yeah, I would go with Bagwell as well. Just because, yeah, the Amish look just doesn't do it in for you. I mean, that goatee is a good size too.
Yeah, it's got good thickness. Bagwell normally kept a bald head. So, and I think that's my big thing with Kern, man. Kern's hair distracts from the beard because he's got good thick hair. When you look at Bagwell, all you see is the goatee.
It's the star of the show, is what you're saying.
It is. And then his amazing stance that he used to have with that goatee. It's got to go to Bagwell.
Well, it looks like Bagwell has our votes on that one.
This next one is tough.
Brian Winters his team photo looks like a mugshot.
Yeah.
He got them crazy like serial killer eyes in that photo, man.
Here's what I have to split. Like out of the choice between in this matchup we have Brian Winters and Pistol Pete Maravich.
Now,
Yes.
Before we go any further, if we butcher these names and you get upset about it, we are sorry. We are doing the best we can with what our knowledge
Maravich is the correct pronunciation.
I could butcher every other one but Pistol Pete's. I do know. Here's what sucks. Like, Pistol Pete was my guy, but Winter's beard is better. Pistol Pete looks like he just started growing that thing. And
See, he looks like a genie.
yeah. I think he's about to ask me for my 3 wishes.
Is he Aladdin?
Will Smith?
Honestly, I'd go with the Robin Williams version.
That's a
Oh.
weak ass slap for the record.
Ooh.
I was wondering how I could pull that out. The genie reference gave it away.
Ooh.
Anyway,
It was a weak slap, though.
it was.
You know you're not getting slapped that hard when you instantly go, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Back to topic, though. Back to topic.
Right?
As much as I love Pistol Pete, Brian Winters, even with his mugshot photo, it's a better beard.
Yeah, it's a lot more, it's a lot more like developed, it looks like, compared to Pete's.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with Winters, even though that photo's unsettling.
You're having nightmares now, aren't you?
No.
You'll be asleep, sit up. So the next one is Bruce Sutter versus Phil Jackson.
Phil.
It's got to be Phil.
Yeah.
Phil's just that goes back to those Knicks teams. Sutter's he's a strong competitor, but Phil could go deep. He could go deep in this tournament.
I think with Phil's, it's just more like structured. Like it's more formed.
Looks like he cared about it. Took care of it.
That and some
Sutter,
peyote.
he doesn't really look like Sutter. Looks like the guy I would have drank beer at the bar with.
Right. I was actually just thinking the same thing on that one. Like,
and that was the beauty of baseball back then.
But he just Babe Ruth it, drink while on the bench.
A lot of players just look like guys you'd have a beer with in the local bar, whereas now they're like super athletes who train and watch what they eat, and there's no John Crooks anymore. That's all I'm saying.
And the big difference with Phil too, what really sets him apart, is we talked about one of the earlier contestants. Like, Phil's beard automatically draws you in, but then he's got that thick head of hair to go along with it.
But
it's a complete package.
But it doesn't distract from the beard.
Right. So, like, it's like you said, Jason. It's a complete. He is the complete package.
I don't know. To me, Phil might be a one that's going far because of that.
I think he will go deep in this tournament.
Just because of that.
Also the greatest basketball coach of all time.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess we can throw that out there too.
It could have been Pat Riley, but I think it's Phil.
I'm going with Phil just because I don't like Pat.
That looks like all 3 for Phil then. All right, next on the list, Bill Flett. Anybody want to try to go with this one?
God, that photo looks like an Olin Mills elementary school photo.
So,
I was just saying for the name.
Socrates?
He's a soccer player. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, Socrates?
Socrates?
Yeah, actually, I think that's how it is.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Good job, Jason.
Ding, ding, ding. Jason wins that round.
I feel like Sal's got a solid mustache. I think Socrates has that intimidation factor.
Well, I'm going for Bill just because he's a flyer. I'm just going for that just because he's a flyer. So,
Just because he's...
I mean, look at that beard, though.
Let me go over. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at the completely wrong person. Oh, yeah.
Which one were you looking at?
I was looking at Sal. How did I butcher that?
Oh,
Ew.
Sal Fasano.
Yeah. I just looked at the guy right above Socrates. I'm like, oh, that must be who he's going against. Nope. No, Bill definitely, yeah. As intimidating as Socrates is, I feel like you could go over to Bill's house for Thanksgiving and he would definitely offer you a plate.
He does. He looks very friendly in that photo, doesn't he?
You know he definitely wasn't, though, being a flyer back in the day like that.
You know, deep down, that's the photo he had in the church bulletin when they do the contact book.
Knowing that he's a Broad Street bully.
Right. Oh,
Phil is a killer on the ice and also makes a killer quiche on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
Bill's recipe book.
Bill just with that photo could go far in this.
Well, the photo that was found has basically a nickname for him as Teen Wolf.
Huh.
I see that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too.
Look at that sweet part in his hair too. He got long hockey hair, but parts it on the side.
He definitely cared more about his hair than his beard.
It's a school picture. Come on.
It is a school picture.
I think Bill might be unanimous there.
It's Mr. Flett's third grade class picture. That's what it is.
He's the teacher. It's his class picture. Oh, man. But no, that part in his hair definitely makes it. All right, and for the last one of this period's tournament, because like we said, if we did all 32 in one shot, it is a whole episode. Eddie Murray versus
Lyle Alzado.
I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. Alzado was a bad man with a
kind soul.
Man, a great beard, and
yeah, definitely Lyle.
Eddie might have competed with Walt Frazier, but he's not competing with Lyle today.
I don't even think those chops could have competed with Walt because they're a little on the thin side.
Yeah, but he has the mustache that almost connects to it.
It almost connects. Almost.
And he has that little patch underneath his lip.
And he was on the O's when they were actually decent.
Right.
Probably with better management.
Which I gotta say, off topic, I had the O's Phil's game on listening to it today, and their TV play-by-play people for Masson were awful.
Yeah.
Even the play-by-play team reflects how bad the team is.
Well, you love how O's management is.
But see, my issues are because I think those fans deserve better. That's really all it is. O's fans and Pirates fans deserve so much better than they get.
Looks like I struck a chord here.
I say it on almost every podcast I'm on.
Yes, you do.
This one or the Phillies pod. I said it on the draft.
Yeah, you do normally say it.
Consistent.
You are.
Lyle's my pick.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Lyle, too. 'cause that's
And I think
more of a
Lyle's
beard.
a sleeper. I think he could go all the way and possibly win it.
I'm sitting here looking in the first 6 matchups. Of course, we have 6 people advance. But between Lyle and Phil, I think you've got 2 guys that could potentially win the whole thing.
I could see them two in the final.
Yeah.
You could definitely see them in the final.
Well, I could see them in the quarterfinals
Yeah.
because they're on that same side of the bracket.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's your final in that region.
In the division.
Yeah, in that one there, that I think Lyle and Phil are your. There may be a sleeper that comes out of nowhere, but right now,
Well, that's the best
If
part.
there's
All
a
those
sleeper-
sleepers.
Out of those 6 games, I think it's going to be Winters. I think he could go far. It's
Yeah.
just that photo's so distracting.
I think we need more photos of Brian Winters. I feel like you're probably right, Jason. The photo is what really throws it.
What? You don't love the photo?
No, I don't love the photo at all. The photo might keep me up a little bit later tonight.
Oh man, I don't know. The other ones I'm finding aren't any better.
Well, it took me a while.
Surprise.
Well, it took me a while to find a lot of these. When I saw his, it's like, which one is the better one? It's like, here it is.
Yeah, there's not a lot
They're
of
all
good
terrible,
choices.
so just
This is probably one of the better ones I found.
And he actually looks more unsettling with a Fu Manchu than he does a beard. He
oh,
looks
wow.
downright like crazy TV dad with a beard.
So
I
yeah,
thought there for a second you got a Formula One driver in there, but it's actually another soccer player. George Best. Looks like he played for Manchester United.
yep, yeah, we got some in there that could be some sleepers.
Ooh. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm looking at
between
one now to where it's like he might win it all.
who knows, could be interesting.
Oh. We shall see.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Brian
the
Winters, I think.
first matchup will go up on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's the best picture I could find of Brian Winters.
Did you just say the breast picture of Brian Winters?
The breast picture of Brian.
I think I said best. I don't know.
It sounded like breast.
Breast best tomato
For
tomato.
those not aware, we were talking about KFC off the air, so if he did say breast, it's because he wants some extra crispy, not anything else at the moment.
I could eat extra crispy. I could. I could also eat a chalupa too, because we were also talking about Taco Bell.
Well, we've made our picks.
I'm hungry
it's up
now,
to you
damn
guys, the listeners, to decide who goes on to the next round.
Jason, want to do a Sheets run?
No,
That was a quick response.
it's late, man.
We've done it this late before.
It's late.
We did this before we were married and had kids. It's a whole different level of late now.
Yeah, it is.
I just looked at the time and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it's closing on 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We started on Friday. It is now Saturday.
Started off. Oh.
Well, we have our picks for the 6th. Like Jason said, they'll start going up on Sunday. So next episode, we'll do the next 6 and go from there. So that'll be the end of the 3rd. Yeah, that.
All right, let's John, plug your stuff.
Oh my goodness, what are we plugging today? Go
It's not late, is it?
check out the district edition of the Baseball Together podcast. We'll be running into episode 2 next week. It's going to be interesting because the Nats are going to be really bad for a long time, but we'll keep chirping and keep going. What is the other one I would want to plug out there? Yeah, go check out the Bobble Bros podcast. Deshaun and Will, they're basically back to. I make guest appearances on that one here and there, but they got some good stuff and anything for the bobblehead collectors out there. As always, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you for being on.
Yeah, I've been talking to you for a couple weeks now about coming on. It's just getting the timing right.
Right.
And I definitely think I'm speaking for David and Hope he doesn't mind. I think you're the unofficial third member of this team.
I agree.
I appreciate it.
I agree with that.
I have to share this with you guys just because I just seen it and it's the funniest thing I've read all day. It says breaking news: Juan Soto has just signed a $500 million 14-year contract extension with the Nationals in my MLB The Show franchise. It's that easy, Baldy.
Now, when was the date of that? Was it April 1st?
It actually did fall on April Fool's, but it's like they're totally right. It's that easy, man. Throw out $500 million. If he says no, then he's probably not coming back.
And the rumor is 500 million is what he's looking for, or is what Scott Boras is looking for.
Yeah, what Boras is looking for.
All right. Well, every Wednesday you can find me with Brad from Baseball Together on the Punk Popcast. We cover the different artists, albums, and songs from the world of pop punk music, and you can find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find me once a month with my co-host Tori on the Philly Baseball Together pod. Our newest episode just dropped last week. I want to say last Friday. And we talk about the signings. We talk about the lockout. The battle for third between Stott and Bohm, which looks to be Stott at the moment, and a few other things with the Phils and Phil's history. And you can find that wherever you get your podcasts, and it's on YouTube. Go and check out our friend Matt with the A Show with his co-host Chris Decker. They host a wrestling podcast where the two of them and a guest draft and book the best wrestling show within the parameters given each week on the show. This past week's was 1988 NWA, which would be right up my alley. You can find the A Show on CKCC Radio and wherever else you get your podcasts. With that, John, thanks for joining us yet again. You're going to hit that SNL 5-time co-host thing that they got. We're going to do that. You're going to hit the 5-time club.
Five time.
There you go. But thank you for joining us for episode 42 of, oh no, he's Booker T over here. Dude, if you do a spin-a-rooney, I'm paying you.
I'll throw my back out.
You can find us online with our link tree that is in every episode description. Click that. It'll take you to all of our social media and our Teespring page, which is naspod.creator-spring.com. You can go there for all your merchandise needs from us, be it T-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, hoodies. We got you covered. Yeah, but I think the masks are starting to go away because people are, things are getting there. Not getting too deep into this. Another sports podcast is available for streaming or download at anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, and wherever else you get your podcasts. Please do not forget to subscribe, rate, and review. With that, I'm Jason.
I'm David.
And we'll talk with you next time.
Have a good one.